think it starts with the very client-focused approach that we take. And I know everybody
Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What up? What up? What up? What up, Milton Green? Just jumped on the ones and twos. Big Game James here. Stephen Arthur, what's up? There we go. Cheers. I got the Ice House. I got the Hennessy. Hennessy Black. Hennessy Black. Hennessy Black tonight. Check it out. Hennessy Black tonight. Hennessy Black tonight because we popping bottles. I ain't popping champagne bottles, but I'm popping bottles for you know who, which I'm going to get to in a second. Shout out to Silver and Blue Nation. You see it right here. Big Game James. You see it right there. And the Cowboys Experience, Mr. Barry Griffith, who we love and adore. We appreciate him, so we're giving him a shout out as well. You know what it is. Yeah, jump on in here. Look at all these comments. That's what I'm talking about. What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? Let me give everybody some quick shout outs right here. Milton Green, Stephen Arthur, Gerald Head 92. Sorry if I mess up the names. Javier. I mess up on some of these names, so please forgive me. Gambino, what up? Stevie Mac, how you feeling? Yeah, jump on in here. I'm going to let y'all get in here first before I get to rambling because I got some drink in me. I got some good Henny, the Henny Black. You feel me? You see it? It's in my face right there. There it is. See it? Henny Black. Let me get you another scene so you can see it real clearly. You feel me? Let me fade right here. Let's see that good Henny Black right there. We're gonna tap that tonight for celebration. We're gonna tap that tonight for celebration. And I got a little brewski. Ice House. That's if y'all know anything about some drink, I drink the gutter drink. You know what I'm saying? I don't be drinking the high class drink. I drink gutter drink. So Ice House in the house. You know how we do. That drink tastes so much better when you got your top dog signed. You feel me? Feels so much better when you got your top dog signed. That's what we've been talking about. Woo, woo. That's what we've been talking about, right? That's what we've been waiting for, right? Ain't that what we've been waiting for, y'all? We've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. Demarcus Lawrence finally gets signed 5-year, $105 million. Millie. The boy's a rich man, $21 million a year, $65 million guaranteed. Feeling good. I'm feeling so. I did a little quick live video. Feeling hella good, man. Whew, man, I'm kind of lost for words because I'm just thinking how good this defense can be, how scary it can be, especially if everybody's healthy. It's going to be a monstrous thing. Let me go ahead and give you this right quick because you know who the hell we talking about. That man right there. You see him right there. You feel me? You see him right there. Demarcus Tank Lawrence. You feel me? What's up, everybody? I love all y'all. Jump on in here. We're going to talk a little bit. Booty Warrior, what up with your big dog? What up with your, what up? So I'm going to jump. Just come on and talk to me right quick. And then we'll get to talking. This ain't about me. This is about all of us right now. This ain't about me. This is about all of us right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we should all be excited right now. You know what I mean? What's up, Carrie Teagle? Man, Dallas Hart. How... Damn, are y'all excited? Man, throw your hands up. I'm geeked because this is what we've been waiting for, y'all. This is what we've been waiting for. We've been talking about it for so long. We've had the frustration for so long. It seems like an eternity that we've been going through. Is he signing? Is he signing? Are they getting rid of draft picks? Are they going to trade him? Is he getting the surgery on the shoulder? What's Stephen Jones and them doing? Why? You know, it was so many damn questions going back and forth, back and forth. And I know it was exhausting to them. I know it was exhausting to us, everybody out here on the outside looking in. So I know it was exhausting them, but they finally got the deal done. Demarcus D-Law Tank back in the fold, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm feeling so good about it, man. I'm almost lost at words because I'm just thinking how we got our leader of the defense back, man. I don't know about y'all, but to me, it was more than, you know, what he did on the field. Yes, you had the 14.5 sacks. Yes, you had the 10.5 sacks last year. He had 8 sacks his second year. But to me, it was more than that. You know, I didn't want to replace that locker room presence. You know how they always talking about that veteran leadership? I mean, what was one of the things they were screaming when Jason Witten came back? He's a veteran. He brings that veteran leadership. Well, that's what Demarcus Lawrence is for us. You get what I'm saying? Veteran. He is the leader of the defense. And if we would have lost him, that'd have been like, who's going to be the leader? Because it ain't Sean Lee no more. I don't give a hell what nobody says. Sean Lee ain't the leader of that defense no more. It was only a couple years when we were flipping out when Sean Lee got hurt. Like when he got hurt in Atlanta, we were like, oh, man, our defense is done. But you know what's so funny now? That we don't even talk about Sean Lee no more. You feel me? Like, you remember a couple years ago, it was 2017. Don't even seem like forever ago, but it was 2017 when he got hurt in that Atlanta game, and everybody was thinking like, man, here we go again. The defense fell off, and you saw how quickly it fell off. But, man, what a difference 2 years can make. Sean Lee went from that guy to Demarcus Lawrence taking over that throne, and now he owns and sits on the throne as the defensive leader. And we needed that back in the fold. It's not just about what he performs on the field. It's what he was doing outside the field. I mean, he was one of the more brash people, great comments, and it just seemed like after every game, everybody was pointing to Demarcus Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is the leader of the team. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that's one of the big keys to me more than anything else is that he's that leader. You know, he is the guy that we have been wanting forever to take that throne. You know what I mean? We've been wanting somebody who's been a homegrown talent to really take that throne. Now, Sean Lee, he's been a homegrown talent, but we needed a war daddy, just like we all been waiting for. Jerry Jones has been screaming about it. That's why they reached and went and got Taco Charlton, who I'm going to talk about in a minute. But we've been screaming about War Daddy, and we were wondering about, was Demarcus Lawrence ever going to be that War Daddy, because that's what they drafted him for. You feel me? They drafted him to be that guy. And you know what? Yeah, it was his contract year. Yeah, he went through some injuries, whatever. But at the end of the day, we needed Demarcus Lawrence back in the fold because he proved his worth. He had the drug suspension, came back, said he was sorry, and became a man. He became a man, and he became a leader of that defense. And now the defense is just following him. And the defense would have took a huge step back if Demarcus Lawrence was in the fold. So I'm glad Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, Willie McClay, all those guys really put this together. And you know, I gave a shout out, you know, to Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones, because I've been critical of Jerry Jones. Not really so much Stephen, because I just feel like Jerry kind of old and just be loving players and just be kind of set in his ways. But you know what? We got to give the Dallas Cowboys props because they stay true to free agency. They stay true to what they were trying to do. Everybody was up and down screaming like, why ain't we signing nobody? Why ain't Dallas signing nobody? We looking at the Colts. We looking at the Bucks. We looking at the Jets. We looking at all these other teams, the Browns. All these other teams was out there signing all these crazy free agents. But Dallas was just sitting there, staying the course, waiting for the best deal possible, waiting for the best money deal possible. So you see what they did. You get, like I said, offense. You already had Amari Cooper. You had a Michael Gallup. You add a Randall Cobb, and you add him for a good deal, 1 year, $5 million. Not crazy expensive. You go out there, you bring old man Witten back. They said 3.5, but it looks like he's making $2 million a year. You're feeling good about that. You get what I'm saying? You bring Chris Covington in on that defensive line, who we have been missing a gap in that tackle position, that defensive tackle position, because we were missing depth. We saw when Antoine Woods got hurt and they didn't have anybody really back him up while we got gashed. Now, here's an underrated signing that I want to talk about as well. Hot Boy Ross. Daniel Ross was an underrated sign. I think he's a good player. So you got an Antoine Woods. You got a Chris Covington. You get a Kerry Hyder from Detroit, who had a great 2016 season with 8 sacks. And as long as he's healthy, I think he's going to produce and play in the under tackle position as well. Tyrone Crawford, who's the butcher, who's still been a rock with the team, had 5.5 sacks last year. I think that was matching his career high. He may get suspended, he may not, but we don't know. But it's a luxury now when you have those guys who've been in the fold and they're not counted on. Like, it's a great feeling when you don't feel like you have to count on a Tyrone Crawford to make your plays. It's a great feeling because Tyrone Crawford is going to be better now because he's not counted on to be the man, because he's not the man. But now you can slide him into tackle position. Now you got so many other missing pieces, and you got so many pieces that you can put together. You went out, Dallas Cowboys, and you made the killer trade and made highway robbery with the Dolphins and gave up a 6th-round pick 2020 for nothing. They were talking about giving up a 4th. They gave up a 6th, so basically we ain't losing no compensation. So you get a right bookend. And then I'm still hearing Randy Gregory can still possibly play this season. Now, let me tell you something. If Randy Gregory can play this season with Quinn, Demarcus Lawrence, Kerry Hyder, Covington, Woods, Malik Collins, Daniel Ross, Taco, but Dorrance, we're not even talking about Dorrance Armstrong Jr. He showed a little bit of flashes when the brief time he got in, Dorrance Armstrong Jr., but now that defensive line that was teetering in the very beginning of free agency now looks like a solid rock. Now, what have we been talking about this whole damn time? Get somebody, re-sign Demarcus Lawrence, get some other defensive players so we can go into this draft feeling lovely. And guess what now is about to happen? The draft is at the end of this month, and we are going in there feeling lovely now. We're feeling lovely because now you got guys who you can choose from. You're not reaching like you felt like you did even when Byron Jones. 2015, they reached with Byron Jones. I don't give a hell. Them combine numbers got him up there, and they reached because they felt like they needed a safety in 2015. You know what I mean? And then in 2017, they drafted Taco Charlton because they felt like they needed a war daddy because Demarcus Lawrence was hurt. He had the back injury. Other guys weren't stepping up, so everybody was screaming for a war daddy. We got the war daddy. We got him signed and sealed. And then you get a dude on the opposite side of Quinn right here. And if Randy Gregory can play, oh, my God, that is a fierce front line. We ain't even talking about Jalen Smith, and we ain't even talking about LVE, and you ain't even talking about a Sean Lee. You're not even tripping if he gets hurt because you got other guys. You got Joe Thomas, who you re-signed, who I think is a good player. He was playing good until he got hurt, so hopefully he's healthy. You got Marsh Lillard. You got your guy Chris Covington, not the same as Christian, but you got Chris Covington from Indiana, your other linebacker. You can draft a linebacker now. You can get some, and they're going to draft a fast linebacker. Now, they might get a project, I don't know, but you can get a fast linebacker and keep this defensive fast. They said go out and get a safety. George Iuka is nothing to scream about, but guess what? Him and Heath can battle. And now you can go and get that safety. If Dallas were to go to get a safety at the top 5, what? I mean, at the 58th, and they get a dog as a safety, man, oh, man, now you feeling good as hell. You got 2 picks in the 4th round. Whew. Man, this defense is, man, I'm a defensive guy, y'all. I'm not an offensive person. I like offense. Offense is great, but I'm all about shutting down. When I coached defense. I solely coached defense. I didn't want to coach nothing else but defense because defense wins them championships. And if your offense is stuttering like we saw sometimes last year, we saw offense stutter. We saw when we played the Philadelphia Eagles, we weren't doing nothing until the 4th quarter, but what was holding us down? Defense. We were playing the Falcons. When we played other teams, what held us down when we were stuttering in offense? Defense. Defense wins championships, y'all. Defense. And now you solidify that defense with getting your big dog back. And by him signing that $20 million cap hit that was going on with that franchise tag, now he signs that deal. And now there's $9 million left available. And you got that rollover with the cap coming next year, so that cap is going to be like $200 million next year. So you can sign Dak, you can sign Zeke, and you can sign Amari. Byron Jones, I don't think they're going to get him, but You got those 3 top dogs. If you want to sign them, there's going to be money. But what you had to do was lock down Demarcus Lawrence more than anything, because you didn't want to take a step back. You're too damn close. You're too damn close as a team. We're too damn close as a team at the threshold, and don't have time to take steps. I'm rambling. I'm stuttering over my words because I'm just excited. You don't want to take a step back. Not this damn close. Not after you went and got those other free agent people. You don't want to take a step back. And Dallas made a hell of a 5 move by signing Demarcus Lawrence. So kudos and shout outs to Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, for manipulating that cap the way they did. I've been critical of those guys, but I can't be critical right now. I got to give them props. I got to give them salutes. Here's a big salute right there to you guys. Man, that's it's an exciting feeling, because now you feel like, guess what? We have the team. We've had the team the last few years as far as player-wise. Man, you got Travis Frederick coming back. He's going to be almost in full participation. And then you got Joe Looney, who played hellified last year, starting as center. Now you can move Joe Looney. Joe Looney don't have to play center. He can play guard because he was playing guard before. So now, and then you re-sign Fleming. You get what I'm saying? So you re-signed Tavon Austin for the cheap. They did it right. Folks, they did it right. They signed the people they needed to sign, and they came inexpensive. That's a hellified coup. We got to give claps. I'm giving hellified claps to these guys right now, because they did it the right way. You know what I'm saying? And Stephen Jones said a couple years ago, I wrote an article about a month ago saying, why should we be surprised about what the Cowboys are doing with this salary cap? We shouldn't be surprised. Stephen Jones said he's not going to pay big money to a good player, and we're not going to play good players and that are average players that kind of money. He basically said we're going to sign our own, build through the draft, and sign low-cost free agents. And that's what they're doing, dog. Like, it's a good thing. It's a great thing right now, because you're seeing them doing it the right way. What have we been complaining about for so damn long is that, damn, Dallas ain't got no money to do this. Dallas ain't got no money to do that. We in cap hell. But guess what? Stephen Jones and them stayed the course and did it the right way and got them out of cap, got the Cowboys out of cap hell. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing that can happen. And let me give a few shout outs. Let me give a few shout outs right here, because I know I'm kind of rambling, and I definitely apologize. I'm just so damn excited. But shout outs to Kerry Teagle, Dem Boys 27, Carlos Warrior, Milton Green. I gave you a shout out. Karis Henderson, what's up with you, big dog? The schedule. Go on my Big Game James page if you haven't checked out. I got the schedule out there, or you can go to DallasCowboy.com. But the schedule, you can go to right there and pull it up on my page. I got the schedule. I got the important dates of when, OTAs, training, everything. I got all those dates, so make sure you go on to Facebook and type in Big Game James. You can see all that good stuff. I got all that good knowledge on there for y'all. But more than anything else, producer G Voltron, what's up with you, dog? Yes, please like and share this. I know it's on YouTube, and please subscribe to Silver and Blue Nation. You feel me? It's a beautiful thing. Yes, Milton Green, great depth. It's a great thing. That's what killed us in the playoffs. We didn't have no depth on the defensive line. That's what killed us, because just think about it. If we would have had Antoine Woods tore his labrum in the first or second quarter. Daniel Ross was not activated, and Dayton Jones at the time was on the injured reserve. So we didn't have nobody backing them up, and that's where they took advantage and gassed us up in the middle. So Dallas did it smartly. They went out and covered their tracks. You get what I'm saying? The smart way. You got Malik, you got Antoine Woods, and Malik is more of a pass rusher. So you get a Chris Covington, who is more of a guy that can stop the run. He can still rush the passer, so he's multifaceted. Kerry Hyder, you can put him on the left end. You can put him on the right end. You can put him in the middle playing the zero tech. You can play him the one. I mean, you got so many options that we've been wanting. It's a great thing when you got options and you got depth, because at the end of the day, when you have depth and guys that can come right off the bench and not miss a beat, that's where your team thrives. And that's what the Cowboys are doing. So I'm going to throw out this one thing, because I talked about it before, about a few weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, maybe even longer than that. What happens to Taco Charlton now? Y'all talk to me. Y'all talk to me right now. What happens to Taco Charlton right now? Because, first of all, he's been going ham on social media. Now, if you looked at Cole Beasley, Cole Beasley was going ham on social media all last year, and where's he at? He gone. Okay. Now, I'm not saying the Cowboys look at Taco Charlton's social media, but he's going after everybody right now. It's like he's staying on social media more than anything. I know I got the videos where he's training with Malik and those guys in the sand, and he's doing his work, and I'm not mad at that, but it just seems like Taco is always just keeps talking on social media. You know what I mean? And I wonder, and I said before, they may trade him. You got a lot of depth now, so it's not going to kill you to trade a Taco Charlton or get some feelers for him to see what's available. He plays that left defensive end. They keep trying to put him at the right. He's not a right defensive end. I keep telling y'all that he's a left defensive end. We had Shimmy Schembechler on our show. Shimmy Schembechler is Bo Schembechler's son. He's at Michigan. He saw Taco. He told me what Taco is. Taco is a left end. He didn't tell me anything else. He didn't tell me Taco's versatile. Taco can play the right end. No, he said Taco is a left end, and he's seen Taco all his years at Michigan. Okay? So what I'm thinking is you got that great depth, and you draft another defensive end. Is it going to kill you to dangle Taco Charlton to see what you can get for him? And if you can get something decent, maybe a fourth round or some kind of round pick for him, why wouldn't you do it? Because he's not going to Demarcus Lawrence unless we're seeing what's happened with that shoulder surgery. They're talking about 3 to 4 months. If you're looking at it, it's around June if he get it done now. And I think that's one of the reasons why they signed the deal, because he was telling them that I'm going to go ahead and get that shoulder surgery. Taco ain't going to get no work, dog. Taco is not going to get that work to show anything to me because Demarcus Lawrence is back. He damn sure ain't playing on that right side if Quinn is healthy. No, he's not. And if Randy Gregory is able to play, he ain't getting no work there either, because Randy Gregory is going to be that backup and work and doing that time and splitting time with Quinn. The only time you're going to see Taco Charlton on that field is backing up Demarcus Lawrence. And Taco Charlton is not a guy that, to me, is like a splash guy, a third down pass rush specialist. He's a guy that needs to play all game. So if he's a guy that needs to play all game and you just signed your dog back, where is he going to play? You get what I'm saying? Where is Taco Charlton going to play? Don't get mad at me, Taco, if you ever look at this video. But, man, see what you can get for this dude. He's 6'6", 6'7". He's still young. It looks like he may need a new start somewhere else. I'm not trying to hate, but it just seems like he needs a new start somewhere else. You got this depth. You can still draft. This draft is going to be lovely because now you covered your bases, Cowboys. You got a tight end. You got a receiver. You got a defensive tackle. You got two defensive ends. You got a safety. How are you not winning? You re-signed your offensive lineman. You got Travis Frederick coming back in the fold. You got Jason Witten back as a tight end, and you can draft one. You get what I'm saying? They covered their bases the right way. So why wouldn't Taco Charlton be dangled right now? Why wouldn't you put him out there to see what you can get for him? And if you get something decent and draft picks are premium, why not do it? Because he's, what, third year? I mean, he ain't going to get that work, y'all, unless Demarcus Lawrence gets hurt, which I'm praying he don't. I think I'm so glad that they got this done and they didn't wait until like the Dez Bryant thing, because that's what I was so worried about, that the Cowboys were going to do this Dez Bryant thing, wait until the last damn minute and sign him. He got this surgery and it just looked like it was going to just be a bad season, injury plague season. But guess what? The Cowboys were thinking, maybe they were thinking too, we ain't going through that like we went with Dez. We need this guy here. We're at the cusp that we feel like we can make a move. So let's do this now, the smart way. You get what I'm saying? The smart way. I don't know. I don't know about y'all. I'm just thinking that you should try to at least get some feelers for Taco right now. It's not going to kill you to do that because you can still draft a defensive end. What were they talking about in this draft? Defensive tackle, defensive end is deep. Not no, like, there's some superstars at the top, but on down the line, if you're looking at 7th, 8th, 9th defensive players, you can still grab a guy. And you can grab a guy who can make some plays and come off the bench. And now you can get a guy who you don't feel like you're forced to play. Because if you get a guy in the 4th round or 5th round and maybe he's got all-world athletic ability, but he's maybe just not a guy that's really ready, but you can just kind of send him off the bench as a pass rushing specialist like Dorrance Armstrong Jr., why wouldn't you find out what you can get for Taco Charlton, man? I'm doing that. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm seeing what I can get for him. And if I don't get a great deal, then you don't get rid of him. But if you find out a good deal or you can get a good draft pick for him because he's young, man, you better go ahead and do that. I mean, this is a business. This ain't about no personal feelings. This is a business. And Dallas is trying to get over this damn hump and get into a championship, get into a Super Bowl, and break this damn trend of 23 damn years that we've been waiting for so freaking long, man. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why the Cowboys can't bang with anybody in the NFC. I've been telling y'all this. There's no reason why they can't be the first repeat NFC East champ in a very long time. Aren't we getting tired of 1 year on, 1 year off, 1 year on, 1 year off? No, it needs to be consistent. And now you have a young team. You got young players who you have. You're still one of the younger teams in the league. Now it's time to make that move. Now, here's the key. Here's the key to me. Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett, man. Jason Garrett. It's on you, dog. They didn't renew his contract. They didn't re-sign him, even though he got to the playoffs, even though he won the NFC East. Now maybe he's on a prove-it deal. You remember in 2013 he was on that prove-it after them 3 straight 8-8 seasons. He was on that prove-it deal. And basically it was like, if you don't do good, you're possibly going to get axed. He came back with the 12-4 season. It could have possibly been a Super Bowl with the haterism on the Green Bay game with the non-catch. But who knows what could have happened that year. But it didn't happen. But he got his deal after that. Now you're in a situation where you're in the same thing, Garrett. You're in the same type of situation. But now, instead of 2014, your defense is better than 2014. You had a hellified offense at the time. You had DeMarco Murray. You had Tony Romo. You had Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant set records that year. DeMarco Murray set records that year. Tony Romo had one of his best statistical years he's had in his career. You know, threw 3 interceptions like in his first game against San Francisco. After that, only ended up throwing 9 the whole year. Had a great season. But what was the thing that Dallas we were all crying about, fans, media, people alike? What were we crying about in 2014? No defense. We need a war daddy. That was only Demarcus Lawrence first year, and he was coming off injury. We were having like I don't even remember the damn names. It wasn't even Selvey. It was man. That just takes. There was a few guys out there. Jacksonville Jaguars dude. I can't remember his name, but we didn't have that defense. They were crying about this defense. That's why the next year they went out and drafted Randy Gregory in the 2nd round and Byron Jones, because they were crying about defense. Now, Jason Garrett, you have an offense. You have an Ezekiel Elliott. You have a Dak Prescott. You have your offensive line. You have a Randall Cobb in the fold, and as long as these guys are healthy, you're feeling good about that. But now, daggone it, you got a defense that you didn't have in 2014. Now you have dogs. Now you got animals in the fold. Now you got people that can make plays and make a difference. You saw what happened last year. Now you add in a Robert Quinn and those other guys in the fold, and if we make this coup in this draft, it's a wrap. Then it has to be Jason Garrett and the staff, man, and it's on him. It is on you now, Garrett. You can't. This is a year of 2019 of no excuses. They should make a jersey. They should make a shirt that says no excuses, because this is no excuses for Garrett now. They did what they were supposed to do in free agency and got you the team that you needed to have. So you have an offense. You have a defense. You can load up in the draft. Oh, my God. You have no reason for failure this year. No damn reason for failure this year. There's no excuse, Jason Garrett. There's no falling short this year. You got to make it happen, dog. Because as geeked as these Cleveland fans are about they getting Odell Beckham Jr. making these trades, they're expecting wins. They're expecting a playoff now. So that new Freddie Kitchens, the head coach, he got a lot of pressure because he's got a team now that's talented enough to beat anybody. So it sounds all good on paper, but you got to make it work. And that's the same thing with Jason Garrett. You got a Tank Lawrence who you wanted. You got him back in the fold. You got a Robert Quinn. You shored up your defensive line. You got a dog in LVE. You still got Sean Lee coming back, who's probably going to be better coming off the bench. You got Joe Thomas, who hopefully he's healthy. You can draft another fast linebacker to put in the fold. You can draft a cornerback. You can get some good guys in there. So there's no excuses for Jason Garrett to me now. There was no excuses before, but there are really no excuses. And he's got to make this happen, man, because you know what? I want him to succeed in a way because we don't want to start over. Jerry don't want to start over. He old as hell. He do not want to start over. That's why he keeps holding on to Garrett, because he wants to be able to say, you know what? We kept this guy. We stayed with him 10 years in the fold now. And guess what? Perseverance made it. Because I've been suspect. I've gone on record and said, we're not going to win another Super Bowl under Jerry Jones, because the football gods, it just seems like after you win 3 Super Bowls in like a 4-year period, in that great time that we had in the 90s, you go 23 years and then all of a sudden you win another Super Bowl. That just doesn't seem like it happens. And then you got Garrett at the helm, who's been there 10 years. Now, if you look at Garrett's record, it's pretty damn good. I mean, 3 NFC East titles. He's got a winning record. More wins than losses. Only 1 losing season under his tutelage. You know, he had the 8-8, but those weren't losing seasons. So you can't really get mad at the numbers, but we're still not getting over the hump. And to me, when you sign a Tank Lawrence, when you got all those guys, they're telling Jason Garrett, here it is all in your face. There's no excuses for you. We gave you everything you needed. We brought coaches in here. We got the players in here. It's salary cap friendly. Now you got to go take the hand. You got to take it by the horns, and you got to make this happen. It can't be another disappointing year, folks. It cannot be another disappointing year, man. It cannot be. It cannot be, oh, we get to the playoffs and we won 1 playoff game and then we lost again. It can't be that this year. Especially if we're healthy, it cannot be this year. That's what I'm going to just keep on saying. It cannot be this year. It has to happen. We have to take the East again, okay? And there has to be segue. It has to be at least an NFC championship this year. I want a Super Bowl, damn it, but it has to be at least an NFC championship with this talent. We're one of the most talented teams in the league. When you look at the NFC, what teams are you going to say that we're not as talented as? What teams in the NFC East in particular with the Giants? You're not scared of the damn Giants. They just gave away players. Damn sure ain't scared of the Redskins. They're whack. And you got the Eagles. They they're making moves. They got Jordan Howard. Yeah. But you know what? We swept y'all. We swept you last year. So we can do it again. I'm not fearing the Eagles for real. We should be the crown of the East. Facts. Period. Point blank. Shouldn't be nobody else in that East but us. And it should be us on the top of the NFC. Seattle? Okay, we got the Bears going on. We can beat the damn Bears. Are you serious? Yes, we can beat them Bears. Saints? Yeah, they looked good last year, but who beat them? We did. You get what I mean? Seattle, like I said, we beat them in the playoffs. Carolina, ain't nobody scared of no damn Carolina Panthers. Atlanta Falcons, they're choke artists. We beat them. Appreciate that. What team are we scared of? What team can we not beat in the NFC? There's no excuses this year. No excuses for Garrett. No excuses for our team. And especially when the front office went and got everybody they were supposed to get to make this team better, and they did it. Garrett, you got to make it happen, dog. I don't want to hear nobody jumping on Garrett saying, oh, what about with Garrett this? No, dog. You got to make this happen because they did everything they were supposed to do to get your team the way you need to coach it. So, dog, you got to get us over this damn hump for real, for real. Let me jump into some of these damn comments right here. I'm sorry. Appreciate I'm kind of rambling. But, dog, If y'all and yes, I'm looking at some of the comments. And then you got Kellen Moore. And you know, we were talking about the Kellen Moore. And here's another thing. I forgot about this. We don't got Scott damn Linehan, y'all. Just imagine if we had all this and we still had to deal with Scott Linehan. We don't got him no more, dog. And Kellen Moore, I believe, is going to be good because, number one, him and Dak grew together. And Kellen Moore is not, everybody hates on Kellen Moore because he didn't do good in the pros. That don't mean you ain't going to be a good coach because you couldn't throw the damn ball because you were only 6 foot, 180 pounds. What dude is going to make it in the NFL like that, man? You was not physically able to play the game in the NFL, but that doesn't mean your mind can't do it. Your mind is a different thing than a body. So we can't be looking at what he did on the field and say he doesn't have a good mind. Now, here's the key. Is this going to be Garrett's offense or is this going to be Kellen Moore's offense? Because I know Garrett is going to be having a heavy influence on that. You get what I'm saying? Because what? Kellen Moore looks like, first of all, a 15-year-old. He looks like a little kid. But is he going to be able to say to Garrett, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to call this play. Is Kellen Moore going to say that to Garrett? Probably not. So Garrett's going to have his hand all in that offense. Garrett ain't when he was offensive coordinator, he didn't have bad offenses. He had some good offenses. So you can't say he was terrible at that. He's a pretty decent offensive coordinator. So we're going to find out what's going to really happen with this offensive coordination. But I think having Kellen Moore and then bringing John Kitna in the fold, which I think was huge for Dak, because John Kitna is a guy that's going to give him freedom, going to teach him the game, and let him be free, let him wing it. He said one of the reasons why he loved John Kitna, one of the reasons why he loved Mike Martz was because Mike Martz was telling him, listen, when I tell you to throw that damn ball, don't worry about doing the safe pass. You throw it where I tell you to throw it, and I'll take the blame. John Kitna said, well, he felt free as hell after that. But I really believe John Kitna is going to help Dak Prescott even more. And Kellen Moore being in the fold with that freedom with Dak, I think they're going to work better together. And he's young. And it's good to have – I think Scott Linehan was out of touch with the young players. And you saw when Linehan didn't like somebody, he got rid of their ass. Kellen Moore ain't got that power. He don't got that power. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to be able to come like that. So if anything, his first year on the job, he's going to probably be more flexible than anything. More flexible for Dak, maybe calling audibles at the line, maybe letting him have more freedom. So once again, Garrett, you got things in your favor. You got a defense in your favor now. You got an offense. You still got dogs back there. Your offensive line is still intact, and you can draft some other people. You can draft offensive linemen. You can still draft some more defensive players. I definitely feel like we need to tap that safety position, hoping and praying that the guys that I talked about yesterday, either a Thornhill, either a Taylor Rapp, either Abrams, who I think that should be the pick at 58 if he's there. He's probably not going to be. The Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, you got guys that you can put in the fold in the safety position that you can grow. And then you can get a cornerback in the draft. I've been looking at the Isaiah Johnson, Joe Jawan Williams. There's other guys in the fold that you can scoop up and groom to be your next guy just in case you don't sign Byron Jones, because a lot of these guys in the secondary are on expiring contracts. You know what I'm saying? Like Kayvon Frazier, his contract is coming up. Jeff Heath, I believe he's up as a free agent, a 1-year deal. You got guys coming up, and you need to be able to have that reinforcement behind those guys. George Iocca is only on a 1-year deal. You got a lot of people on 1-year deals. So you really can make it happen in this draft. So I definitely feel like you should scoop up a corner or two. Dallas ain't high on drafting them one techs, them big space eaters. But now when you got the guys that you do, it's not going to be huge. And I don't see Dallas Cowboys grabbing a big one tech. I can see him grabbing a Gerald Willis if he's available. I can see him grabbing a Tristan Hill from USC as well, because they're more agile, and that's what Rod Marinelli likes. But definitely grab you a safety and a corner in this draft for sure. Get these tall guys that you like, Chris Richard, and work your magic, dog, because there's no excuses. I'm going to get a damn shirt, a Cowboy shirt that says no damn excuses, because there's no excuses for this team with the talent that it has, with the age it has. There's no excuses of why we shouldn't be winning. Facts. Period, point blank, dog. There ain't no excuses. You get what I'm saying? Yes, and you can add a receiver. I mean, you got the Cowboys who they were looking at. Deebo Samuel, they brought in. McCole, I don't, if that's his first name, Hardman from Georgia. And then somebody mentioned it to me in the comments, the cat from Missouri. He had a phenomenal pro day. So you can get a big type receiver or a fast guy. There's so many ways you can go. You can grab a tight end. What would you do if Irv Smith was available? You can grab him. What would you do if Jeffrey Simmons, defensive tackle from Mississippi State, was available? He had the Achilles, but he'd be available. Man, it's a luxury to grab him now. You can let him rehab, and then he could be a guy that can play later on in the season. 6'4", 315 pounds. Man, there's so many ways we can go in the draft. I'm just excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited because it makes it a great feeling when you can go into the draft feeling like you don't have to reach for anybody. It's a beautiful thing when you don't have to feel like, oh, we have to go get a defensive end because we got rid of Demarcus Lawrence. Oh, we got to go get a safety because we don't have somebody back there. Oh, you got to go get a receiver because our receivers are short. No, it's not like that right now. Right now, it's a luxury draft. And with Willie McClay on the ones and twos and the way he's been going at it these last few years of getting these gems, you got to feel good about who the Cowboys are going to bring in. You got to feel good of who they're going to draft. It's just a beautiful thing right now, folks. It's just a beautiful thing to be in Cowboys land. And it's just, like I said, it comes down to Jason Garrett and that coaching. Because we can get all excited about getting Robert Quinn and re-signing Demarcus Lawrence and having LVE and getting a Randall Cobb and getting all these players that we did and having a great and wonderful draft. But it ain't going to mean jack poo if the coaching doesn't take the Cowboys where we need to go. And 23 damn years is too damn long. Cowboys fans, I don't know about you, but I've been starving for something. I'm tired of seeing all these whack teams coming out of nowhere 1 year and they don't have anything, and within 2 years they're in a damn Super Bowl. I'm tired of seeing that crap because the Cowboys need to be there. It's only right for us to be there, number one, because we're America's team, and number two, we have the talent to bang and beat anybody. So there's no excuses for us this year. There's been no excuses the last few years, but you could say, well, we had the offense, but we didn't have the defense. Well, guess what? You got an offense, you got a defense, and now there's no damn excuses. And the Cowboys need to make this happen for sure and right now. Let me jump in here. I'm not going to talk too much. Let me jump in here and see what you guys are saying. I apologize if I haven't been shouting out everybody. I do apologize about that. But yes, Stevie Mack, Isaiah Johnson looks legit. 6'2", almost 6'3". Richard loves him. You know he loves them tall cornerbacks and them long arms more than anything. You know he loves that, man. So he looks good. Abrams, like I said, he is the guy. Now, Marquise E. jumping in here about Darnell Savage. I like Savage, but this is what I was saying last night. Savage wasn't on one of the 30 visits as I've seen yet. So if you're going by what the Cowboys do, they go by who's been coming into them top 30s. And Darnell Savage is a top dog. And if he's not a guy that they've invited, I just don't see them drafting him. Now, if he's available, they probably do. I don't know, because it looks like when you get guys that are coming in the top 30, they did their homework on these guys. Dallas Day also was happened today. Dallas Day happened today. LJ Collier from TCU. You have some guys out there that are looking good as far as the Dallas prospects. Shout out to DDP on that one. But you got so many ways you can go, man, and it feels great. It just feels great. Talk to me, y'all. I'm just, like I said, I'm just excited today. I'm feeling so good today. it's just been a beautiful thing. What we need to do, you know what I mean? But I'm ready for the season. I don't know about y'all. I'm ready for the season to start today. I'm ready for the season to start today. I'm ready to put on my Cowboys gear. I'm ready to put on some helmet. I'm ready to put on a helmet, shoulder pads, and go out there and play football right now. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go grab some of my friends and play some flag football or tackle football right now. I don't care if it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm ready to go put some stuff on and go play some football. That's how geeked I am about this, because we have the team, folks. We have the team. There's no excuses for this. There's no excuses. I'm not accepting any excuse from the team this year or from Garrett. And I hope he does it, because if he doesn't, then we got to worry about who's going to be the next coach. Will it be Chris Richard? You know they like doing homegrown. That'll be another year underneath the system. Maybe he wasn't ready last year. You got another year of prepping. He was the hot name right before the playoffs. But when you get your ass kicked in the playoffs like that, then you don't become a hot name anymore. People are like, maybe he's not the guy. Maybe he's not ready, because we just seen his defense just get murdered. So maybe we'll just hold off on Chris Richard, it was bad in a way that we got our butts kicked on the defensive side, but it was good in a way because we still got to keep Chris Richard, because I probably will say almost a guarantee if we would have beat them Rams and possibly went to the Super Bowl, Chris Richard would not be with us any longer. Somebody would have scooped him up and he would be the new head coach somewhere. That's almost a fact to me. But because that happened to us, it was a blessing in disguise, because now you got Richard coming back in the fold and he loves the Cowboys. So, and if he loves it and Jason Garrett doesn't do it, yeah, we heard about Sean Payton, but we still have to give up compensation for that. Get rid of Taco. You got an extra pick. Just saying. So, any kind of coach is not just going to come to the Dallas Cowboys. That's a fact, and y'all should know that. Everybody is not going to just come under Jerry Jones, because they're not going to have that ultimate power. They're not. Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones are still going to run that team, and you're still going to answer to them, and they're still going to control everything. Those are a fact. So a coach nowadays in 2019, they want control. They want to have say in who the picks are. They want to have say in what's going on. But as long as you're under Jerry Jones and them, you're not going to be that guy. So that's why I would see, if it ain't a Sean Payton, because he has ties with us, Chris Richard, another year under the system. Maybe he could be the guy if Jason Garrett doesn't do it. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, Garrett, right now, but damn it, you got to do it. You got to make it work now, and there's no excuses. I've been saying it 100 times today. No damn excuses. We got too good of a team, man. And now those guys that were rookies, Dak, Zeke, Coop, all those guys that were young back then, they're still young, but now they're veterans on the team. Now they're the leaders on the team. They understand what the expectation is. So there should be no excuses from their end as well. You shouldn't be getting worse. You should be getting better. So this should be even a better year for Dak Prescott, especially when you got Kellen Moore to help you as far as the mind frame and the flexibility that you have. And John Kitna is really going to help you. It's just, there's no excuses, folks. From nobody. From nobody. For real. We got to make this happen. We got to put this together. All right, so let me get in here some questions. Yeah, I know, right? Sean Lee is just a guy. Isn't that crazy? When we were talking about producer G says Sean Payton is overrated. Yeah, that might be true, but they still almost got to a Super Bowl last year, so he couldn't be that overrated. Okay, so I don't think he's that overrated. He's damn better than any options that we're talking about, and anybody that will come to the Cowboys, as I said. They'll probably give Sean Payton more leeway because he has had ties with us if that was the route they went and that door was open. I think Sean Payton would have a little more power than other coaches because he's been with the system, and he has a Super Bowl, and Dallas knows him. So I think he would have a little more reign. So in my opinion, no, Sean Payton is not overrated. I think he's a damn good coach. Yeah, he had a little bit of 7-9 seasons, 3 of them in a row, but at the end of the day, I still think he's a damn good coach. Now, if you're asking me, Tariq, what does John Kitna improve Dak? Footwork. Get that footwork together. Continue to keep him footwork in a clear and open mind. Anticipation throws. I think that Kitna will help him with that. And Kitna had a gunslinger type of mentality, and Kitna is the type of guy that you know what? He played better when he was free and was loose. And I really feel like that more than anything, the camaraderie, the openness, the willingness, the guy that's gonna not sit there and be like Scott Linehan, sit up in the booth and have the Kellen Moore talking to you. I think Kitten is gonna be real hands on with Dak, and I think he's just really gonna improve Dak's footwork, his mindset, and his mentality. Yeah. So that's why I feel like he's gonna do a really good thing. But Marquise E., do I like Taylor Rapp? Yes, I do. I like Taylor Rapp. Check out the show yesterday. I talked about the safety position. I like Taylor Rapp. Now, the 4.475, 4.78 40 time is a little bit alarming, concerning, because you're worried about the deep speed. But if you watch his damn tape, you see him being a baller. So if the Cowboys were to select Taylor Rapp with the 58th pick, no way in hell will I be mad or crying about that. I like Taylor Rapp. I think Abrams is a little bit more physical player, and I think he would pair really good with Woods in that aspect because he's a thumper and he has a little bit of coverage skills. He can move down. He can guard some tight ends. He'll lay the wood on you, and it'll free Woods to be that single high safety to be able to make plays on the ball, because that's one of the reasons why they drafted him out of Louisiana Tech was he had 14 interceptions. They drafted him because he can be a playmaker. So let him be a playmaker. Let him do that. So I want a guy that's going to allow Xavier Woods to shine, because this is his third year and he needs to shine because he can be a captain and a leader of that secondary. And he took it personal when they were talking about Earl Thomas and all these other guys. So hopefully he has that chip on his shoulder to show I'm going to show out this year. So I definitely want a guy that's going to free Xavier Woods to be Xavier Woods and be a playmaker on the ball more than anything else. So we'll see how it goes. Yes, and Jeremy X, I'm definitely feeling you with that. And yes, also Stevie Mack, it is good to see those AAF guys because there was some talent in there. We had a kid, Mikhail, last year, a couple years, a big tall receiver. He was killing in the AFF. I wouldn't mind him bringing him back in the fold. He had a couple good catches over Byron Jones because of that height. So that will be a guy that, hey, if the Cowboys could bring him back with that damn size, 6'5", and he had good speed, bring him back. Let him get a tryout. Put him in camp and see what he can do. You know what I mean? Because you're going to have a big fight at that receiver position. You got the top three guys who's going to be, to me, Cobb, Cooper, and Gallup. But you got other guys fighting for playing time. You got Tavon Austin. You got Noah Brown. You got Cedric Wilson. People forget about the speedster Devin Smith. Nobody's even talking about that signing. Devin Smith was a speedster at Ohio State, so that'll sign him too. So that's another player. So it's going to be some good competition at the receiver position, but bring in more. More competition is better. As I said before, when you got guys behind you, that's the thing that I want the Cowboys to continue to do with this draft. You load up your players like you did and get them guys behind them to push them. Because letting them know that if you slip up, your spot could be took. And that's the beautiful thing, because that's going to keep them top players on their P's and Q's because they don't want to lose their spot. And that's what you want to create competition. Create competition. At every position, you want to create competition. You don't want to feel like no player has any time to feel like they can rest on their laurels what they did last year or the last game or anything like that. Because if you don't do your job, your spot can be took, and that's what I want to have with the Cowboys. Create competition more than anything else. That's what we need. What up, what up, what up? So how would Whammy 5, how would I grade our offseason pre-draft? Shit. I'm going to go, I gave us a C before we got caught. Did I give us a C on Silver and Blue when we went live on Facebook? I think I gave us a high C+. I gave us a C+. I said it would be a good B, possibly B+. If we got Robert Quinn, well, we got the mighty Quinn, so it's them in the B. And I know Demarcus Lawrence isn't like a free agent pick because we didn't get him from another team. But to bring him back in the fold to solidify the defense, I got to give us an A. How can you not give the Cowboys an A? And I'm not even being biased. I'm going to give the Cowboys a real grade in my own heart. But how can you not give us an A with the guys that we have? I mean, we got some good damn players, folks. So I'm going to give us an A right now. And this was one of our best off seasons in a long time, in my opinion, especially as far as free agency goes. Because what have we Cowboys been complaining about? Oh my God, who are you signing? Benson Mayowa, seriously? Like George Selvey, seriously? You know what I mean? We were crying about those guys, but the Cowboys did it a little bit different this year and still were cost effective. So I'm giving the all-season grade an A, and I'm gonna stay with that. And we didn't overspend. Yes, exactly. We didn't overspend. That's the key. That is the key. The Cowboys did not overspend. Not only did you get good players, you didn't overspend for them players. You still got money in the bank when you sign in Tank. You got $9 million available still in the bank. You signed good players and you got your dog. You still got $9 million in the bank. Nah, man, damn, Cowboys did it right for sure. They did it right, and I can't give them guys enough props. I mean, I can't really dog them, yell at them, or anything. I can only apologize right now because I'm sorry. Now, Jerry Jones, you still need to win a title, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Stephen Jones. I really haven't bashed Stephen as much. I haven't really said too much about Stephen because you know what? He got Cowboys out of salary cap hell, so I'm not mad at that. So I'm feeling good, man. I don't know about y'all, but I'm just feeling so good. It just feels great that you don't spend all that money, but you still get quality players. And that's, at the end of the day, that's when you're talking about the Patriots, when you're talking about the model that the Cowboys kind of been trying to follow, the Patriots. Well, they did it right here. You still got money left over. You get what I'm saying? And you're still winning right now. You got money left over and you got your dogs. I'm feeling good about that. You get what I mean? Definitely home run hitters. And as I said before, your draft is just feeling good, man. You don't I'm telling y'all, and y'all should know this, it's a great thing when you don't have to feel like you got to go in the draft and you have to draft a defensive tackle. You have to draft a defensive end because then you will overvalue a player that you probably wouldn't have drafted before, Taco Charlton. Maybe Byron Jones. You draft a player that you probably wouldn't have drafted if you feel like you didn't have to fill that need. And in 2015, we felt like the Cowboys needed to fill up that defense, and we were crying about a safety. Oh, Dallas, we need a safety. We need a safety. So I felt like they kind of reached with Byron Jones. Now, has he turned out to be a baller? But, you know, Chris Richard helped that. You had 3 years of him toiling at safety, really being average. Chris Richard brings the beast out of him at the cornerback position, but I still don't think he's great. I think he's very good. Don't think he's great, though. I think he's very good. But you see what happened. Now you got the Taco Charlton thing, who I've definitely felt like I wanted him, but we were talking about a war daddy. We needed a war daddy. But in 2 years, 4 sacks, it's not looking good. Third year is when you want to look at evaluate a player and say this is what he is. But I'm saying, let's not find out what he is. Let's see what we can get for him. You feel me? Let's see what we can get for some damn Taco Charlton, y'all. I don't know. I'm just got to throw it out there. We got to see what we can get for him. Just get some feelers, man. It's draft time. People are really ready to make wheels and deals. See if you can get a pick for him, a decent pick for him, man, because you can draft somebody else. You still got Dorrance Armstrong Jr., and I'm telling you, that kid is going to be a good player. Dorrance Armstrong Jr. is going to be a good player. I think he is. So, you know, it's a beautiful thing. I don't want to talk your heads off. I feel like I'm just kind of starting to ramble now, so I do apologize, but I am just excited about the team and where we're headed. And once again, it has to be the coaching. Do y'all agree? Y'all answer this right now. Everybody who's in the chat, we got about 37 in here right now. Answer this, y'all, right now. Do y'all agree with me that there's no excuses? And it's got to be the coaching. It's got to be Jason Garrett. Do you agree with me right now? Can I get an amen? Give me an amen if you agree with me right now. It's got to be the coaching. Garrett, you got to do it. It's no excuse time. Can I get an amen from the congregation? Well, can I get an amen, please? This is Pastor James talking right now behind the pulpit. Can I get an amen that it has to be no excuses? And Jason Garrett, you have to win a championship at least or get us to the Super Bowl. And let the church say amen. Amen. Let the church say amen, y'all. Give me another amen, please. You feel me? I'm out my preaching words because we need a Super Bowl right now. And there ain't no excuses. So with that being said, make sure y'all, there we go. I got my amen. Remember, hey, go get a shirt. Go get a Cowboy shirt. I'm going to make a Cowboy shirt. And maybe if y'all want to, if I can get this shirt, you know, and get some stuff out, you know, some multi shirts, y'all better buy these damn shirts. That's what y'all better do. Y'all better buy these damn shirts. I get these shirts popping. No excuses. We need to get a no excuses shirt because we got too good of a team. So no excuses. I know I've been beating your brains in with no excuses, but I want you to go to bed tonight saying in your own head, no excuses. Go to bed saying no excuses. Wake up in the morning, say no excuses. When you're on your lunch break, eating your bologna sandwich with your Dorito chips and your orange drink, no excuses. When you're kicking it with your kids and they're telling you, Daddy, Mommy, I love you, you're going to tell them no excuses. That's the only words that are going to be in your mouth. From here until the season's over, no excuses. You understand that? So let's get that in your vocabulary. Somebody talk to you about Dallas, say no excuses. You feel me? No excuses. So with that being said, I'm going to jump out of here. I just want to jump in here about the quick good tank signing. I love everybody. Thank you for everybody that was jumped in. I'm sorry I didn't get everybody a shout out, but before I get off of here, I'm going to give everybody shout outs that I see because I love all y'all. So shout out once again, Them Boys, 27, Tariq, Mark Hayes, Stephen Arthur, Virginia Finest, Gambino, Hawk and VA, Boo Thang, you know who you are. K9 Cowboy, Whammy.5, Ori Gudere, Definitely Deffy, Jeremy X, Thurston Howe III, Muggs Maxwell, Stevie Mac 23. Who else we got? Daniel Candelera, Milton Green, Teddy Fresh. Oh, I just love all y'all, and I appreciate y'all jumping in here so we can talk some quick Cowboys football. Make sure if you haven't supported or subscribe to our YouTube, please do that and get your friends out there and tell them to subscribe too. And also jump on our Facebook live sessions. We're going to have a session on Sunday. So make sure you stay in and don't drop the chat right now because I got a guy that's going to be coming on next week on our Facebook Live. I have to nail down the time, but I don't know if you guys have heard of Patrick Walker. I had Bobby Belt on the show. He's a good Cowboys insider. I get a lot of his tweets. I put him on the page. He basically broke down a lot of that 30 visits. He has all that good information. He was on the show. But I've been talking to Patrick Walker. He writes for StarCast, 20 Cowboys 24/7. If you are in the Twitter game and you know about Patrick Walker, he is like one of the top guys as far as that Cowboys knowledge. I've been talking with him back and forth. We're gonna hopefully get it down Wednesday. So make sure you check in on our Facebook live session. We talked today. We're gonna confirm Tuesday, and then Wednesday we're gonna do our live session. And he always has that good Cowboys knowledge and has great writings. Matter of fact, if you're on Twitter, go ahead and follow Patrick Walker. He's a beast of what he does. Has great knowledge, and like I said, we've been chopping it up back and forth. I'm going to get him on this show next Wednesday, so make sure you check out that Facebook Live. Also got some other good people I've been talking to on the Cowboys tip. A possible coach could be coming on the show, and this ain't no lie. I ain't hyping this, dog. I am not just hyping this and saying it. Possible coach could be on the show soon. I'm grinding, y'all, so make sure you keep on staying close to Silver and Blue Nation on our YouTube, on our Facebook, on our Instagram. I don't know if we did Twitter because she said he deleted it, but we'll see. But please keep following because I got some hot stuff coming up with some interviews that y'all gonna love and that good, good knowledge that we do. You know how we do. And when the season's coming, make sure you tune in because we're going to be at them damn games. We're going to be kicking it with players. We're going to training camp again this year up in California. Producer G is already going to be in California. He'll be in California. He's leaving next week for Cali. So he'll already be there. So I know his ass is already going to be at camp, and I'm going to make my way there too once again so we can give you that good Cowboy stuff, that good close-up views of what's really going on. Not us just talking about it, but us being about it. So you just keep on following Silver and Blue Nation. Go ahead and like and subscribe on our page if you want to be a subscriber. It's only $4.99. On our Facebook, you spend $5 on hella stuff, man. So don't tell me you can't do it. And if you really love the Cowboys and if you really love us like we love you, support, man. Become a supporter. Become a Patreon. www.Silver and Blue Nation, patreon.com. Become a proud Patreon. You can start as low as $1. $1 a month ain't going to kill you, man. And we ain't trying to be greedy. We just everything that we get, we're putting right back into Silver and Blue Nation to make this a better and better thing so it can bang. So, like I said, tune in Sunday. The show's going to be popping. And make sure you tune in next week because I'm going to have Patrick Walker on there. And he's going to have that Cowboys knowledge. And you want to listen to that. Going to have a possible Cowboys coach on here in the near future. Make sure you check in for that. And we're going to have more players, more interviews, more everything. So just keep on supporting and loving us like we love y'all so we can keep on making this stuff bang. All right. So without a further ado, I love y'all. Peace to the Middle East. It's like, I don't want to say that. I could say that, but whatever. Peace. Deuces. Holla. Thank you for y'all time. We'll see you Sunday. Jump on our Facebook Live, Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James, Cowboys Experience, DDP, Dallas Prospects. Holla. It's going down. Peace.